Hello world. Today is 13th September 2020. I am your virtual friend Swamidas and welcome to S2S channel. Our today's topic is nutrition in plants. All living organisms require food. Plants can synthesize food for themselves, but animals, including humans, cannot. They get it from plants or animals that eat plants. Thus, humans and animals are directly or indirectly dependent on plants. Mode of nutrition in plants. Plants are the only organisms that can prepare food for themselves by using water, carbon dioxide, and minerals. The raw materials are present in their surroundings. The nutrients enable living organisms to build their bodies, to grow, to repair damaged parts of their bodies, and provide the energy to carry out life processes. Nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. The mode of nutrition in which organisms make food themselves from simple substances is called autotrophic, wherein auto means self and trophos means nourishment. Hence, it is self-nourishment. Therefore, plants are autotrophs. Animals and most other organisms take in food prepared by plants. They are called heterotrophs. Heteros means others. Now we may ask where the food factories of plants are located, whether food is made in all parts of a plant or only in certain parts. How do plants obtain the raw material from the surroundings? How do they transport them to food factories of plants? Yes, it is by a process called photosynthesis. By term photosynthesis, it means it is a food making process in plants. Leaves are the food factories of plants. Therefore, all the raw materials must reach the leaf. Water and minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the roots and transported to the leaves. Carbon dioxide from air is taken in through the tiny pores present on the surface of leaves. These pores are surrounded by guard cells, and such pores are called stomata. STOMATA. Water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels which run like pipes through the root, the stem, the branches, and the leaves. They form a continuous path or passage for the nutrients to reach the leaf. They are called vessels. You will learn more about transport of materials in the coming chapters. The leaves have a green pigment called chlorophyll. It helps leaves to capture the energy of the sunlight. This energy is used to synthesize, which means prepare, food from carbon dioxide and water. Since the synthesis of food occurs in the presence of sunlight, it is called photosynthesis, where photo means light and synthesis means to combine. So we find that chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water are necessary to carry out the process of photosynthesis. It is a unique process on the earth. The solar energy is captured by the leaves and stored in the plant in the form of food. Thus, sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. In the absence of photosynthesis, there would not be any food. The survival of almost all living organisms directly or indirectly depends upon the food made by the plants. Besides, oxygen, which is essential for the survival of all organisms, is produced during photosynthesis. In the absence of photosynthesis, life would be impossible on the earth. During photosynthesis, chlorophyll containing cells of leaves in the presence of sunlight use carbon dioxide and water to synthesize carbohydrates. The process can be represented in an equation wherein carbon dioxide plus water form carbohydrate and oxygen, the catalyst being sunlight and chlorophyll. During the process, oxygen is released. The presence of starch in the leaves indicates the occurrence of a photosynthesis. Starch is also a carbohydrate. Besides leaves, photosynthesis also takes place in other green parts of the plant, in green stems and green branches. The desert plants have scale or spine-like leaves to reduce loss of water by transpiration. These plants have green stems which carry out photosynthesis. You have seen that buildings are made of bricks. Similarly, bodies of living organisms are made of tiny units called cells. Cells can be seen only under microscope. Some organisms are made of only one cell. The cell is enclosed by a thin outer boundary called the membrane. Most cells have a distinct centrally located spherical structure called the nucleus. The nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like substance called cytoplasm. Hence, cell has three main components: the cell membrane, the nucleus, and cytoplasm. Thus, a cell can be explained. We shall discuss this topic further in the next video. Thank you for listening.